I'm back. Is this thing on? Dun 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 dun. Guess who's back again, again. Yugi, dad. Yes, he's back. Hello, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, brothers, I know I've been gone for a really long time, but I'm back. Hello, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, brothers, cousins, sisters, godparents, grandparents, and anyone else that wants to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh from someone that barely knows how to play the game. Welcome. I'm the Yu-Gi-Oh dad, aka the Dark Magician Master, aka that dad, and today we are coming at you guys with the newest structured deck from Yu-Gi-Oh called Spirit Charmers. Now, I know what you're asking yourself. Where have you been? We missed you. Nobody missed me. I know that is just me and my delusions of grandeur. But I'm back. Anyways, I'm really excited about this deck because it's a spellcaster deck. I really like spellcasters. And not only that, but you know, this it's just fun. I love fun decks. You know, it's not like crazy overpowered. I don't think it's gonna affect the meta very much. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. So without further ado, here we go. Let's open this Spirit Charmers. Let's go. Alright, so here we go, the Spirit Charmer structure deck. Yeah, this one's really cool because if you look in the back, the 4 main monsters, the 4 of them have variant artworks. Yeah, maybe even buying 3 isn't good enough for this. Also, there's 5 different possibilities for game mats and tokens that you could get, so that's really cool. Like, I think it adds this cool like excitement to it. You like where like even if it's a structured deck, you know what cards you're gonna get, but you don't know which variant cards you're gonna get, and I think that's very exciting. I think that's very new. I'm not sure if I like it yet because personally I know that I wanted my variant card to be her, and so far I don't have her. I've opened 2 more, and sorry, I don't know their names. I have her and I have her. I have yet to get her, so I'm really hoping that I get her in this one. But either way, it's very exciting. So let's just get right into it. Alright, let's see what we got for okay, so we got this one, this artwork. Yeah, so like I said, there's actually variants of this. But yeah, they're all cool. All the artwork for these are really cool. Hopefully I find these by the time I finish this video. Who are you trying? Okay, there we go, guys. Alright, so our token card we got is this one, which we already had one. You know, from the other 2 deck openings. There we go. So yeah, these are our other token cards from the other 2 openings we did. Now we have 2 of that, so that's cool. Okay, ooh, not the one I wanted. I already had her. If you notice, the other 2 variant cards we had are these 2, so little disappointed in that, but either way, it's cool. For the deck profile, probably I'll have like all of them, but we'll see. Anyway, our variant card is Familiar Possessed Alza, and I know that she pops up later anyway, so I'm not gonna read her right now. But yeah, that is our variant card. Okay, here we go, and this is where the deck actually begins. We got Awakening the Possessed Nefarazur Archfiend. It's a level 5 Earth Beast effect monster that reads, you can special summon this card from your hand or deck, that's really cool, by sending 1 face-up Spellcaster and 1 face-up level 4 or lower Earth monster you control to the graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of Awakening the Possessed Nefarious or Archfiend once per turn. When this card is special summoned, by its effect, you can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your graveyard, but negate its effects. Which is really cool, because pretty much what that means is that the same monster that you used to bring it out, you could actually bring back. So that's really cool. Its other effect is if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Spiritual Earth Art card or one Possessed Spell Trap from your deck to your hand. Its attack is 2,000, defense 200. So yeah, these really cool cards. Really cool cards. What the weird thing about this deck that I'm gonna get into probably later is that it doesn't have all the cards that you think it would have, which is kind of crazy, but yeah. Anyway, up next is Awakening of the Possessed, Greater Inari Fire. It's a level 5 Fire Pyro effect monster that reads you could special summon this card from your hand or deck, again, really cool, by sending one face-up Spellcaster and one face-up level 4 or lower fire monster you control to a graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of Awakening the Possessed, Greater Inari Fire once per turn. When this card is special summoned by its effect, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of one monster they control. Your choice. Its other effect is, if this card is sent from the field to a graveyard, you can add one Spiritual Fine Art card or one Possessed Spell Trap from your deck to your hand. Attack 2,000, defense 200. So very similar to the other familiar Possessed. Awakening of the Possessed monster you have. Alright, here we go. Grant Spiritual Art Ichirin. It's a field spell that reads, negate your opponent's first monster effect that resolves each turn while you control a spellcaster monster with 1500 defense. During your main phase, you can reveal one spellcaster monster from your hand, and if you do, add one monster with the same attribute, but with 1500 attack, 200 defense from your deck to your hand, and if you do that, shuffle the revealed card into the deck. You can only use this effect of Grand Spiritual Art in Ichirin once per turn. I swear, the artwork for these cards is like really dope. Like, it's so cool. Like, I love these. These are some beautiful cards. Alright, Spirit Charmers. It's a quick play spell card that reads, discard one card, take two cards from your deck with different names from each other that are Charmer monsters, familiar possessed monsters, and are possessed spell trap cards. Add one of them to your hand and set the other. You can only activate one Spirit Charmer per turn. Man, I honestly can't get over how beautiful these cards are. These are so dope. Anyway, we got Raigeki, which is one of the coolest spell cards in the game, and it's really cool that we got it in this rarity. And its effect reads, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Simple, basic, straight to the point. One of the coolest cards ever. Alright, next, Possess Partnerships. It's a trap card that reads, special summon one spellcaster monster with 1500 defense from your hand or graveyard in attack position or face down defense position. Then, if you control monsters with two or more different attributes, you can destroy one face-up card on the field. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one possessed continuous spell trap in your graveyard. Place it face up on your field. You can only use one Possess Partnerships effect per turn and only once that turn. Alright. I swear, these cards are so dope. Like, I'm probably saying this too much, but yeah, these cards are really dope. Alright. Ozza the Earth Charmer. It's a level 3 Earth Spellcaster flip effect monster. Reads, target one Earth monster your opponent controls. Take control of that target while this face-up card on the field. Attack 500, defense 1500. Area the Water Charmer is a level 3 Water Spellcaster flip effect monster with the same effect, but with water monsters. Alright. Haida the Fire Charmer, the best one. Pretty much all the same things except that fire. So, you know, really easy. Once you read one of them, you kind of get it just based on their attribute. So yeah, Wind the Wind Charmer. You know, the wind version. Anyway, okay. Nefarious Archfiend, Eater of Nefariousness. That's a mouthful. It's an Earth level 4 beast effect monster that reads, you can only control one Nefarious Archfiend, Eater of Nefariousness If you control a Spellcaster monster, you can special summon this card from your hand once per turn during your opponent's end phase. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one face-up monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon this card. Attack 1500, defense 200. Alright. Gigabyte. It's a level 4 water monster, reptile effect that reads, you can only control 1 Gigabyte. If you control a Spellcaster monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you could special summon one monster with 1500 attack, 200 defense from your deck except Gigabyte. Attack 1500, defense 200. Alright. Inari Fire. I love the fire cards. I just wanna say that. If you haven't noticed yet, I love the fire cards. Anyway, it's a level 4 fire pyro effect monster. It reads, you can only control one Inari Fire. If you control a Spellcaster monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, during your next standby phase, after this face-up card on the field was destroyed by a card effect and sent to a graveyard, special summon it from your graveyard. Attack 1500, defense 200. I'm sorry if you can hear my dad and my kid. Anyway, Ranryu is a wind level 4 dragon effect monster. It reads, you can only control one Ranryu. If you control a Spellcaster monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one monster with 1500 attack, 200 defense in your graveyard except Ranryu. Special summon it. Attack 1500, defense 200. Okay. Fairy Tale Sleeper. It's a level 4 light monster. Spellcaster flip effect that reads, flip. You can special summon one monster from your hand. When your opponent activates a normal spell trap card quick effect, you contribute one other monster. That activated effect becomes change one face-up monster your opponent controls to face-down defense position. You can only use this effect of Fairy Tale Sleeper once per turn. Attack 1850, defense 1000. Nice. Fairy Tale Rella. It's a level 4 light Spellcaster effect monster that reads, neither player can target monsters on the field with spell cards or effects, except this one. Once per turn, you can discard one spell, equip. Once per turn, you can discard one spell, equip one equipped spell from your hand, deck, or graveyard to this card, but return that equipped spell to the hand during the end phase. Attack 1850, defense 1000. Fairy Tale Luna. It's a level 4 light Spellcaster effect monster. It reads, when this card is normal summoned, you can add one Spellcaster monster with 1850 attack from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, quick effect. You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Your opponent can send one card with that monster's name from the deck or extra deck to a graveyard to negate this effect. Otherwise, return both this card and that monster to the hand. Attack 1850, defense 1000. Alright. Witchcrafter Golem Aruru is a level 8 light Spellcaster effect monster that reads, when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a Spellcaster monster you control or targets it for an attack, quick effect, you can target one card your opponent controls or one Witchcrafter spell in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, return the targeted card to your hand. You can only use this effect of Witchcrafter Golem Aruru once per turn. Once per turn, during your opponent's standby phase, return this card to the hand. Attack 2800, defense 0. Alright. Dark Doriado. It's a level 4 dark Spellcaster Pendulum effect monster. It's a scale 5, and its pendulum effect is all earth, water, fire, and wind monsters you control gain 200 attack defense for every different attribute among the monsters you control. Its normal effect is, if this card is normal special summon, you can choose 4 monsters from your deck. 1 earth, 1 water, 1 fire, and 1 wind, then place them on top of the deck in any order. Attack 1800, defense 1400. A classic Witch of the Black Forest. It's a level 4 dark Spellcaster effect monster. It reads, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add 1 monster with 1500 or less defense from your deck to your hand, but you cannot activate cards or effects of cards with the name for the rest of this turn. You can only use this effect of Witch of the Black Forest once per turn. Attack 1100, defense 1200. Alright, that's a cool card. Alright, Effect Veiler. It's a level 1 light spellcaster tuner effect monster that reads, during your opponent's main phase quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one effect monster your opponent controls. Negate the effect of that face-up monster your opponent controls until the end of this turn. Attack 0, defend 0. Cool hand trap. Alright, Denku Seku. It's a level 4 light thunder effect monster that reads, cannot be special summoned. While you control no set spell traps, neither player can set spell traps nor activate spell trap cards that are set on the field. Attack 1700, defense 1000. Alright. Awakening of the Possessed. It's a continuous spell card that reads, monster you control gain 300 attack for each different attribute you control. Charmer and familiar possessed monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. If a spellcaster monster with 1850 original attack is normal or special summoned to your field, draw one card. You can only use this effect of Awakening of the Possessed once per turn. Again, really dope artwork, really cool cards. Loving this. Alright. Secret Village of the Spellcasters. It's a field spell card that reads, if you only control a spellcaster monster, your opponent cannot activate spell cards. If you control no spellcaster monsters, you cannot activate spell cards. Dope. Most of your cards are spellcasters, so this is a pretty cool card to have. Spellbook of Knowledge is a spell card that reads, send to the graveyard either one spellcaster monster you control or one other spellbook card from your hand or face-up field except Spellbook of Knowledge. And if you do, draw 2 cards. You can only activate one Spellbook of Knowledge per turn. Alright. Terraforming. It's a spell card that reads, add a field spell from your deck to your hand. Really basic, simple, dope-ass card. Dope card. Book of Eclipse. Book of Eclipse. It's a quick play spell card that reads, change all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position. During the end phase of this turn, change as many face-down defense monsters your opponent controls as possible to face-up defense position. Then, your opponent draws cards equal to the number of monsters changed face-up by this effect. Alright. Twin Twister. It's a quick play spell card that reads, discard one card, then target up to 2 spell traps on the field, destroy them. Dark Ruler No More. This card actually really surprised me to be in here. But, yeah, let's see what it does. It's a spell card that reads, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. Also, for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, your opponent takes no damage. Neither player can activate a monster's effect in response to this card's activation. So, yeah, I'm actually really surprised that this card is in this deck, just because just last year it came out in the Megatins, and it was one of the 3 premier cards. And it's a really powerful card, and I'm actually shocked that it's in here, but I'm really excited to play it. Alright, moving on to our trap cards. Alright, we got Unpossessed. It's a continuous trap card that reads, charmer monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. If a familiar possessed monster you control attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 800 attack during damage calculation only. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, while this card is already face up in your spell trap zone, you can special summon one spellcaster monster with 1500 defense from your deck, whose attribute is different from at least one of those destroyed original attributes on the field. In attack position or face down defense position, you can only use this effect of Unpossessed once per turn. Yeah, it's really dope seeing all these together in the artwork. Really dope. Alright, Spiritual Earth Art, Khulan. It's a trap card that reads, tribute one earth monster and target one level 4 or lower earth monster in your graveyard, special summon that earth monster. Dope. Spiritual Water Art, Aoi. It's a trap card that reads, tribute one water monster, look at your opponent's hand, then send one card from their hand to the graveyard. Spiritual Fire Art, Khulan. Tribute one fire monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. She looks so dope. I can't say this enough. Like, these cards are so cool. She looks so cool. I mean, look at her. She looks beautiful. Awesome. Okay. Spiritual Wind Art, Miyabi. Tribute one wind monster, then target one card your opponent controls. Place that opponent's card on the bottom of the deck. Dope. Dope. Alright, Metaverse. It's a trap card that reads, take one field spell from your deck and either activate it or add it to your hand. Dimensional Barrier. It's a trap card that reads, declare one monster card type, Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or a Pendulum. For the rest of the turn, neither player can special summon monsters of declared type. Also negate the effects of all monsters of that type while they are on the field. You can only activate one Dimensional Barrier per turn. Alright. Solemn Warning. One of the coolest counter cards in the game. It reads, when a monster would be summoned or when a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster, pay 2,000 life points, negate the summon or activation, and if you do, destroy it. Dope. Alright, now here we are, towards the end. Our main monsters. Familiar Possessed Auza. It's a spellcaster effect monster. It reads, you can special summon this card from your hand or deck by sending one face-up Auza the Earth Charmer and one face-up Earth monster you control to the graveyard. If this card is special summoned by its own effect, attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Attack 1850, defense 1500. Alright. Familiar Possessed Area. It's a level 4 water spellcaster effect monster. It reads, you can special summon this card from your hand or deck by sending one face-up Area of the Water Charmer and one face-up water monster you control to the graveyard. If this card special summoned by its own effect attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Attack 1850, defense 1500. Familiar Possessed Haida. She's a level 4 fire spellcaster effect monster that reads, you can special summon this card from your hand or deck by sending one face-up Haida the Fire Charmer and one face-up fire monster you control to a graveyard. If this card special summoned by its own effect attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Attack 1850, defense 1500. Look at how cool she looks. Jesus, that's amazing. Okay. Familiar Possessed Wind. She's a level 4 wind spellcaster effect monster that reads, you can special summon this card from your hand or deck by sending one face-up wind charmer and one face-up wind monster you control to a graveyard. If this card special summoned by its own effect attacks a defense position monster, inflict battle damage. Attack 1850, defense 1500. Alright, and that's pretty much it. We got, our usual Duel Links promo. We got our Legacy of Duelist. Watch me stream. I'll be going back to that real soon. And, oh, cool. Promo for Phantom Rage. I really want to open that. And, the Structured Deck Manual. So, yeah. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you like this video. Let me know what you guys want me to open next. I'm going to try to get preferably more of these. But, preferably, I like my Haida. But, yeah, hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you guys think, what kind of videos you want to see. I really want to do more stuff. I want to listen to you guys. Be my boss is essentially what I'm asking you guys. Be my boss. I am your employee. And, yeah, so just, see you guys later. Have fun out there. Be safe out there. Let's bring in this new year with good intentions, Like, that's really what I'm looking forward to next year. Just good intentions, good vibes, and yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye.
Today is the right time, I tell you. I'm taking this moment to say that one day the feelings of those you have played with, the sky will rise, will write your lies. Believe what I say. Like into ocean time, you feel